Welcome to the Define Your In-Demand brand using my signature core method and one-page brand strategy training. My name is Kay Putnam. I am the psychology-driven brand strategist, and I am super geeked that you are here because I'm guessing that for a lot of you, this isn't the first brand or business training you've ever attended. So if you feel like you're still spinning your wheels, or if you're feeling unclear about your business, I don't want you to beat yourself up. There is so much information and so many experts out there, and it can be completely confusing. That information overload and misdirection can keep you from building the brand that you want. And if you've been wondering if you're going to be able to make this online business thing work out, or if you're nervous about showing up as a leader in your brand, I want you to put those fears to rest. You can do this. You just need the right process, support, and focus on what creates real momentum and results. Because if you've ever thought that there's something missing from a lot of the business education out there, you're absolutely right. So many courses are teaching you how to surf. Wouldn't that be amazing? So many courses are teaching you how to fix surface level problems instead of diving into the core of your brand. They also package up a ton of information and expect you to get through it on your own. Maybe you've met my friends, #overwhelm and #procrastination. So that's what I'm here for. I know that you have the gumption and the grit to shape the reality that you're living in. And I know that you want to impact your clients and customers through your brand in a way that feels genuine and true. I'm going to show you how to do that in this training. And if you want to go deeper than this one masterclass, I'll show you the next steps at the end. I'm not going to spend a ton of time patting myself on the back or introducing myself, but in case we haven't met yet, here is the face that the voice belongs to. My goal for this training is to help two kinds of people. For the entrepreneurs who are just getting started, like launching Lucas, I want to shortcut your success with launching your brand. And for more experienced entrepreneurs, like rebranding Rebecca, I want to give you a powerful process to improve your brand so it's more effective at attracting and converting your ideal clients. And my goal is to demonstrate that the only way for you to attract the right clients is to focus on the core message of your brand. And the best way to discover, define, and live your core brand is to leverage brand psychology, which I'm going to teach you through this core method. So are you feeling confused about your brand? Not showing up online like you want to? Or do you feel like you're missing something? And here's a toughie. Do you know that you can do better than you're doing right now? If so, take a deep breath. Literally, take a deep breath and shake it out with me, because I have exciting news to share with you. Through this training, you'll get crystal brand clarity with your one-page brand plan. Build a brand that represents you and your personality. Attract the right clients with an impactful message. Breathe life into your brand, all before 2018 rolls in. So why is it so gosh darn hard to find that unshakable brand certainty? First of all, you might be working in your business instead of on your business. It's so easy to get caught up in the cycle of feeding the never-ending social media content monster, answering a quintillion emails, and then squeezing in client work in between. If you don't stop and pay attention to your brand, it grows fuzzier and fuzzier by the day. Or maybe there's too many shiny objects competing for your attention. Instagram stories, membership sites, Pinterest, and you see where I'm going with this. The problem with jumping from tactic to tactic is you don't see the results you're looking for. However, investing in your brand makes all of those shiny object tactics work better, but you do have to focus on defining it first. Or maybe you have a resistance to being seen. Good old imposter syndrome. You think, who am I to call myself an expert? You see that people clearly have more experience than you. And look, they've even been featured on Forbes. Who am I to brand myself? But here's a hint. They start at the bottom too. And your brand and your ideal clients need your unique mix of personality, value, talent, and skill, not theirs. Or maybe you just don't know what step to take first or next. If you struggle to put together a clear plan of action around building your brand, you are not alone. I talk to brilliant, ambitious entrepreneurs every day who want to take running leaps with their business, but they're stuck because they don't know where to start. Or maybe you're stuck in the cycle of no money, no clients. When I finally figured out what I was missing, and I'll tell you the awkward story here in just a little while, I realized I needed a compelling and clear brand. I was still trapped in that cycle of hustling to finish a client project and then hustling to find a client, hustling to finish a client and then hustling to find a client, and repeat ad infinitum. I had to figure out how to make space and press reset on my business. All of these challenges result in a less than clear and not quite certain brand. Gosh, this just isn't the way that I want to build my business. It's not what I wanted when I set out, and I'm guessing that you don't either. First, I come bearing bad news. Please don't shoot the messenger. Here's the bad news. It doesn't matter how many webinars you attend, how many color palettes you save, marketing tactics you implement, courses you create, or hours that you hustle. If your brand isn't in alignment, you'll stunt your growth and you'll limit your possibilities. But thankfully, I also come with great news. This is simple to fix. Building a strong brand is one of the highest leverage activities that you can take. You're busy, like me, and this is the best step for getting to the next level. All of the busyness in your business will be easier once you have crystal brand clarity, because your brand is at the core of everything that you do for your business. Your social media posts, your webinars, Facebook ads, sales pages, content creation, sales conversations, literally everything. Push over the first domino and you'll see for yourself. Your brand touches everything. This is extremely high leverage and high impact work, and it's so worth it to take the time to get it right. I'm going to teach you my process for building a psychology-driven brand. Take time now to transform your tomorrows. Decide what you want for your brand, and I'll guide you through the exact process to help you get there. Your brand deserves more than a hodgepodge of ideas scotch-taped together, and it shouldn't be outsourced to someone else. The core of your brand strategy needs to come from you. It's even a co-creation process when I do it with my one-on-one clients. But you get my guidance here for much, much less. So to whet your appetite just a little more, this could be you. You can see some of the different results that some of my students and clients have received after taking the time and the space to stop, invest in their brand, get it in alignment. So things like reaching revenue goals, doubling your revenue, launching a new website and getting new clients right off the bat, and making creation so much easier. As a leader and as an entrepreneur, we have so many things that we have to make. Things from opt-in pages to landing pages to lead magnets to marketing campaigns, Facebook pages, etc. And all of that gets easier when you know your brand. And even more important than all of those tangible results, I'm so blown away by the number of students and clients that I work with that this process has life-changing effects. They feel at ease and accept who they are, and they're proud to share their genius with the world. And that, my friends, is priceless. Now, this isn't like other brand training. Most programs start out with a few keywords, maybe a spirit animal, and they move straight into the sexy part of branding. So logos, colors, and fonts. My method in my brand new brand course that I'll introduce later turns this model inside out and upside down. It is completely different than 99% of the brand advice that's out there. We start with the innate truths that drive you and your brand, and then we build out from that essential core. I'm the psychology-driven brand strategist for a reason. We focus on the truth of your brand first, and then we figure out how to best express it through all of your brand choices. We get to the visuals, of course, in more advanced training in brand new brand, but you have to do this crucial groundwork first. So on the page, if you haven't already, there's the 1-page brand plan worksheet. You're gonna wanna fill this out as we go through the training. You'll notice that in the middle of the worksheet, you find the core of your brand. So the character, offer, reasons to believe, and environment. You have to get clear there first. Only then the visuals, voice, and visibility can be built on top of that strong foundation. Build your brand on truth, not on trends. In the interest of time, we'll complete 4 short and impactful messages to help fill in our worksheet. If you did the Define Your Brand mini class with me, the work that you did there will help you. But if not, no worries. This is completely standalone. My goal is to give you a quick process to complete whenever you're feeling out of alignment, you're launching a new product, service, or brand, or you just need an extra jolt of clarity and confidence. This page is something that you can return back to again and again. Print it out, hang it up, and stay focused. So the evil queen said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And we know how the story goes. The magic mirror did not oblige the queen, and he goes on to expand. He says, "A lovely maid I see, rags cannot hide her gentle grace. Alas, she is more fair than thee." The evil queen had it wrong, or at the very least was missing a really crucial piece of this puzzle. It wasn't just Snow White's looks that made her so endearing and loved by everyone. It was her overflowing kindness, compassion, and innocence. Your brand needs a depth and personality that goes way beyond its looks. Now, when I first started out online, I was super awkward. I was obsessed with modeling what successful people were doing in the market. It seemed logical, right? So I thought if I followed the proven path, I would see similar success. I grew quickly frustrated when none of the tactics were working for me. So one entrepreneur was warm, bubbly, and feminine. So I opened up my website copy with a sparkly, "Hey bombshell" greeting. I couldn't find a screenshot of that, but I did find my Business Bombshells Facebook group that I used to run. Cringe. Another entrepreneur challenged people to work hard and hustle. So I started a weekly video series that was called Monday Morning Kick in the Pants. Yes, I did. You can see how popular that was. I took the screenshot literally earlier this week, and it has had 13 views in its entire life. Another entrepreneur shared her glamorous New York City and jet set life, so I renamed my signature service to focus on finding your it factor. #cringe. The interesting thing was I had all of the tactical skills. I had valuable skills at that point. I had been in marketing for many, many years. I could put together a website. I could set up an email list. I could post on social. I studied copywriting formulas, and I spent hours curating design inspiration. And the few clients that I did have were absolutely incredible and amazing. They wrote rave reviews of the work that I did, and they were honestly a joy to work with. I adore these first few clients for taking a chance on me when I was new to the online business world. And I was doing all of the things except making money. And honestly, the part that frustrated me the most was that I knew I could help so many more entrepreneurs, but people just weren't resonating with my message. Then one day, following this endless rabbit hole of internet links, I stumbled on a circa 1998 style website that listed the 12 brand archetypes. It felt like coming home. On the most basic, no design, text heavy, ugly website I've ever visited, it was the most significant epiphany I've had in my career. Suddenly, everything made sense. I could easily identify the primary archetype of every successful entrepreneur that I was modeling. Lover, hero, royal. I realized that each of them were only embodying one or two of the types and never more than that. It was their clarity of message and certainty that attracted me and hundreds of thousands of other people to their brands. It's not until you get clear and certain about what you stand for till your ideal clients are drawn to you. Like bees to a flower, or like me to Reese's Pieces, which I'm totally going to reward myself with after I finish this training. So like Elizabeth said, it revolutionized my business model. Switching her mindset from tactics to this core psychology beneath her business meant that she could stop worrying so much about all of the tactics and the pushing and just pull the right people towards her. All right, so let's get started filling in the worksheet. So on character, we're going to start here. The two major pieces of the brand character puzzle are your personality and your point of view. It's literally the basis of everything else that we do. I use brand archetypes to help inform this process with my brand new brand students and one-on-one clients. So if you know your brand archetype, it's going to help inform this exercise. If not, no worries. You can totally still do this exercise. So let's hone in on your brand personality right now. In the little space provided on the worksheet, write in 1 to 3 personality adjectives, there's space for 3, or personality phrases that best describe your unique brand. Use the margins or a separate piece of paper to brainstorm if you need to. And the key here is to be specific. So instead of saying friendly, try a more specific synonym. Are you chummy, helpful, neighborly, affectionate, self-deprecating, confiding, open? All of those are more specific ways that you could possibly say friendly, and they all mean different things. So after you choose these 3 words or 3 phrases, as you move on with the rest of your development, use them as your filter to make sure that you're staying on brand. You can compare each piece of your brand, literally every piece of design, every word, every headline, every paragraph, against these 3 words to make sure that they're showing up in your brand. So are you perceptive, intelligent, and future focused? Or are you playful and luxurious and knowing? Or are you precise and efficient and fast? This is just the start, but nevertheless, a fast and powerful exercise to brand clarity. And choose words that are meaningful to you. These aren't necessarily going to show up in your marketing as is. They're your guides as you build out the bigger picture. In Brand New Brand, we get much deeper into the character of your brand. We detail out your brand's personality, point of view, tone of voice, manifesto, enemies, and not to-do list, and how all of this informs all of the other decisions that you make regarding your words, colors, fonts, content, etc. It still has to be translated, right? So even after you figure out what your brand stands for, you then have to translate it into all of those client-facing cues. All of these are crucial elements that turn a stagnant brand into one with a rabid audience of ideal clients. Lovely Princess and the Frog quote here. So the single reason that brands exist is to add value. A business needs a strong brand to sell more products at a strategic price point. A nonprofit needs a strong brand to attract more support and donations. An individual person needs a strong brand to appeal to potential employers or to grow their personal influence. So why does your brand exist? What is your end game? As soon as I discovered and began living my unique brand out loud, it was like turning around and swimming downstream to the results that I was seeking. I suddenly felt comfortable and confident in my brand because it finally represented the very best parts of myself. I was no longer trying to model somebody else's personality. I am now being my highest self. And it shows up in the results. I now have clients for $10,000 to $15,000 and I'm fully booked out. Sales calls are easy. My clients are a joy to work with and understand the value that I bring. And I've worked with well over 100 amazing entrepreneurs between my one-on-one projects and group programs. Now, these numbers might sound impressive to you, or they may be small potatoes. And either way, that's kind of the point. These numbers are what I am choosing right now. Building a brand gives you that same power to decide what your business looks like. Building a brand gives you leverage and influence. It gives you choices on how you want to live and how you want to work. So, in addition to the freedom to shape your reality, you'll see other transformations too. So people reach out to you with opportunities. You wake up to leads in your inbox, which feels amazing. Your clients value you and happily pay what you ask. People notice and recognize your signature style. Your income increases with your level of impact. You can decide to charge a lot or a little. You can work with a few clients or thousands. You can run your business from Naples, Italy, or Naples, Florida, and on and on. You have the power when you build a strong brand. So like Neo on the Matrix, once you take the brand pill, you'll open up a whole new set of possibilities for your life. And best yet, you get to decide exactly what that looks like for you. I'm not here to force my brand or my choices on you. I'm here to help you bring your brand to life. So in the O section, this is going to be a relatively short exercise. I want you to write a few words or phrases or a short paragraph that explains the value that you want to offer to the world. What are you actually selling? What is your goal? What do you want your brand to be? My phrase would be something that you've probably heard. It would be psychology-driven brand strategy. So it's a short phrase that explains what I do for clients in exchange for the value that they give me. And it explains how I'm different from 99% of branding professionals that might be considered to be hired at the same time as me. So what do you sell? Write that in the O. And of course, use the margins or a separate piece of paper if you want to brainstorm what that offer is. And in Branding Brand, we deepen this work. So in addition to you just deciding what your contribution, how you want to serve the world, what you're going to sell, we add layers beyond that to create value and demand for your brand. So we'll define the language that you use to sell that's authentic and aligned with your personality and desires. We really work to flesh out your goals and your vision so that we can take focused steps towards your unique end game. When Maura started with us, she didn't have a brand. She had an idea and this desire, this drive to be creative. I am so proud of how far that she's come. She's doing amazing work with her jewelry line. Thumbelina. Don't ever wish to be anything but what you are. So do you know the only difference between you and such big name entrepreneur? If you answered certainty in your mind, ding, 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 you are the winner. So the most successful entrepreneurs have an unshakable confidence and clarity about their brand that propels them forward. They know what they offer is valuable, so they sell without holding back. And they figured out exactly who they are, so they aren't afraid if other people don't like them. And the best news is your own brand certainty is already within you. It's not something that you have to add. It's just something you have to discover. You are enough right now. You just need the right process to draw it out. Our next exercise is centered around reasons to believe. And before we complete it, I need you to put your inner critic in a corner. Tell them to sit down, shut up, and to take a nap. We need them to sit this one out. We all have the skills, talents, experiences, and parts of our personality that make us unique. And what's better, your unique blend of these things make you the best person to deliver the product or service that you sell. We just need to identify what our strengths are so that we can double down on them and focus in these areas. So to do this, answer some of these questions. What comes easy for you that seems hard for other people? What do people turn to me for advice on? What questions do I hear all the time? Or another way to put this, what is your superpower? My brainstorm looks something like this. I know that I'm really good at distilling a ton of ideas into a strong core message. I'm also good at explaining complicated processes in a step-by-step format. I have strong observation skills. as evidenced in all of the examples that I find for brand archetypes. And I have an insatiable desire to research and learn. So in the space provided, the R space, jot down your most compelling answer that you come up with in your brainstorm. My mad intuition and perceptive abilities would make the first answer, which was distilling a lot of ideas into a core message, the winner for me. And again, in Brand New Brand, we take this much further. This is just the start. We'll define your unique, unfair advantage and everything else that makes you credible in the eyes of your ideal clients. So we'll learn and teach how to gather testimonials, document your results, your qualifications, add to your implied credibility, and much more. I really love the short book Alice Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. It's a book that was written in 1871. So she's taking a little nap with her cat, and as she wakes up, she realizes that there's a whole nother world on the other side of her looking glass or her mirror. So she walks through it and begins to play by the rules of that world. It's similar to a game of chess, but it has some very peculiar situations. And in this quote, the queen is talking to her, and she's explaining to Alice why when she's trying to run, she's not going anywhere at all. She says, now here you see, it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. If you want to get somewhere else, you must run at least twice as fast as that. So your brand doesn't live in a vacuum. It lives in a world that has specific conditions, forces that affect the demand for your brand. Changes in the world will change the demand for certain products and services. However, you have an advantage over Alice because you're currently living in the world that your brand is operating in. So you hopefully have a better sense about what's going on around you. So that'll help. So the world is constantly changing. What is accepted and familiar right now wasn't only a few years or decades ago. Did you know that jogging wasn't widely accepted or popular until the 60s? Thanks to a Mind Valley email for that example. Or that women weren't accepted into Yale or Princeton or many other Ivy League schools until at least 1969. Or that freelancing professionals are now 35% of the workforce, and that number is growing. Also, Pew Research in 2015 showed that Americans are getting more spiritual. They still believe in God, but a growing number of them are unaffiliated with specific churches or labels. Also, internet surfing on mobile devices has surpassed desktop views. So depending on what industry you're in, you'll see changes all around you. They're sparked by different things: shifting attitudes, popular culture, news and media, politics, scientific discoveries, new technology, new research, and more. So the key with paying attention to your environment is to open your eyes to potential risks and opportunities. You don't want to set yourself up for an uphill or losing battle as you try to grow your brand. Another example that I like to use is that think of your brand now and then imagine it living in a zombie apocalypse. The rules would be completely different and the demand for your brand would likely be very different than it is right now. So pay attention to what's going on around you. So on your one-page sheet, brainstorm different risks and opportunities related to the current environment and your brand. Think about the things that you're currently reading on the news and in magazines. Consider which apply to your brand. Also think about people's overall perception of your industry and how that might be changing. Stretch your brain a bit here. Try to think outside the day-to-day of your brand building and look at it from a macro level. Here's some examples that I wrote for my own brand. Technology is making it easier and easier to create websites and design assets. More and more entrepreneurs are choosing to leave corporate jobs and go freelance. Women are steadily, yet slowly, closing the wage and representation gaps in their career. And the economy is generally good. People are taking risks and investing money in their growth. So in the E space on the worksheet, write a single strategic decision that you are going to make or that you've already made with your brand to position it for success. For me, my strategic choice is to focus on timeless human truths and powerful strategic frameworks as opposed to pure website or logo design, because that's becoming more of a commodity over time. And you guessed it, in my Brand New Brand program, we extend this work by defining your full cultural context of your brand. So we look at it again on this very macro level about the things that are changing and what we can do about it. And then we also spend time looking at your market and your industry so that we can figure out what makes you different, not better, from other options. All right, look back at all of the work you've done so far. We've identified some primary ideas for the core of your brand. This initial work becomes the guiding principles that you build the rest of your brand around. If you notice the concentric circles that are around the core, these are your voice, your visuals, and visibility. So those are all of the places that your brand comes to life. It serves as a checklist on this worksheet, so check off the places where you've developed assets for your brand and note the places where you're missing things. And as you do that, ask yourself these questions. Are you being thoughtful, on brand, and consistent for each of these elements? Or do some need more attention and work? Is each element informed by your core choices, or are they arbitrary? And which elements need an upgrade to better represent you? Where do you need to elevate the brand experience to make sure it's one that your ideal clients are excited and come back to again and again? Now, whenever I double down on my brand, I get incredible return on investment. And I cannot tell you, or I cannot promise that this is going to happen overnight or that it's some magic pill. It takes getting really clear on how I show up, what I stand for, and the kinds of people that I want to attract. It's an ever-evolving process. I can say that I'm very proud of how far I've come. I work with clients that genuinely light me up and invest good money to work with me. I go to the gym in the middle of the morning, and we're taking advantage of living in Europe by traveling a lot, even though we have 2 toddlers. And I have an incredible team of 5 amazing women and several other people that I work with. And this is all to say that I'm incredibly grateful to have a fulfilling career, even though my hubby's job requires us to move every 2 or 3 years. And all of this I credit to my brand. Thank you, oh brand of mine. This process works. So if you've rebranded over and over and nothing seems to stick, or if you can't settle on a visual identity because you want all of the things, or you can't find the words to clearly describe what you do, it's because the core of your brand isn't settled yet. These are symptoms of the larger problem. You don't need a better design yet, that's still to come. You need a crystal clear brand strategy. Decide that now is your time to stand up and get noticed. That success isn't some elusive concept that other people get to enjoy, and that you are ready to share your genius with the people that need it most. If this is resonating with you, I want to introduce a program that is open for enrollment right now, only until the end of the day Thursday. And then the doors close and it's going to be gone away. It's going to go away. So Brand New Brand Live is a brand incubation and group mentorship program. And it is so much more than design. It's a triple multiplier of strategy, development, and coaching. And when you enroll in Brand New Brand Live, you're investing in powerful leverage for your business with expert guidance at every step. I'll guide you through the exact brand development process that I use with my 6 to 15K one-on-one clients from start to finish, and it won't cost you nearly that much. Learn how to claim your genius, stand out in the market, package your services, and communicate your brand. Now, when you complete the incubation program, you'll take your brand from a bunch of ideas to a fully formed strategy. And you're going to document all of these in a brand book that's going to inform all of your future decisions, content, and marketing. You'll feel confident putting your brand out there, and you'll bring focus to your business and all of the stuff that you're doing. We've had over 50 brilliant students graduate from the program already, and they're still in the private student community, most of them. We have 6 expert coaches that are going to guide you and give you feedback every step of the way, and you are one decision away from completely shifting your reality. Because when you enroll, you become part of the B&B family forever. You'll create a recognizable and consistent brand that you love and your clients love too. Show up authentically to the world, reach more people, expand and grow, and find your voice in impactful messages. This is your time to feel clear and proud of your brand. Sherry is one of our recent graduates and has some amazing words to share. Now, this isn't just a course. It's an incubation and mentorship program for brands to define, elevate, and thrive. Over the course of 7 weeks, you'll discover your best brand and then bring it to life. So hold the phone, let that process for just a moment. So by the turn of the new year, you are going to be living and loving your brand new brand. So look out, world. You'll get instant access to on-demand digital lessons and an invitation to the private student community where we walk through every step of this process together. You'll get expert coaching in the group at every turn. This is not another course to collect dust on your digital bookshelf. It's a live, interactive, and transformational experience designed to get you moving and get you results. Gina mentioned that she was rebranding, even though the core of her business wasn't changing. So she couldn't understand why she couldn't settle on the visuals until she went through this course and she defined what was at the heart of her business, the soul of her business, instead of just looking at the tip of the iceberg. So although Brand New Brand is available as a self-study course throughout the rest of the year, the live experiences are something completely different. So when you enroll, you'll get instant access to all of the course lessons, and you'll be invited to that student group. You can download the videos, the slides, worksheets, and transcripts for each lesson to learn however suits you best. Sounds normal so far, right? Hold on to your horses. So this is where the normal course stops and the live experience begins. Every day during the live course, throughout the 7 weeks together, I'll be giving prompts in our student-only community to guide your process. And as you walk through and work through each lesson, you'll post your progress in the group and get feedback from 6 expert coaches and fellow students. This continuous feedback loop from trusted advisors and peers is invaluable. Once per week, I'll post a video in the group to answer any additional questions. And this is all to say that we'll work through this process from start to finish together. Here's my official bio. But the thing I want you to know is I'm not just teaching a course, I'm not just a teacher. I'm your living, breathing example of how building an in-demand brand works. I use this exact process in my own business and with all of my one-on-one clients. You'll get a proven method that works in the real world right now, not 5 years ago. Sarah is my right-hand woman and co-host for the group and for my business, frankly. She will be extremely active throughout the entire 7 weeks, and her expertise, her specialty, is sales and brand experience. Sean McCool is the purveyor of perspective, the prophet of possibility, and the professor of performance. He's going to be featured in weeks 1 and 2 as we're defining the core messages of our brand. He's our mindset expert. So whenever feelings of, can I really do this? Or how do I make this decision creep in, Sean will step in, save the day with his thought-provoking questions and powerful mental frameworks. Kate Foster is our incredible copywriting expert who is hilarious and so talented. So grateful that she's going to be spending time with us in weeks 3 and 4 as we dive into naming, writing our bios, and deciding on content themes and stories that will show up throughout our brand. Because if I'm using PG language, we'll stick to that here, writing yourself is just gosh darn hard. She's going to make this much, much easier for us. Our design expert is Fabiana Paolini. She's going to lead weeks 5 and 6 when we design and dive into the design of our brands. Say that 5 times fast. So if you're having a color crisis or logo woes, she can provide simple, actionable advice to keep you moving forward confidently. Last but certainly not least is our technology expert, Rosie. She's going to play an important role throughout the course. So if any of our technology systems are giving us grief, she'll help us out. She has the experience and an exquisitely calm demeanor to walk us through any issues or questions that we have with technology and systems. And then she's really going to shine when she's featured in week 7, when we turn our focus to living our brands out loud. Life-changing, amazing stuff, full of incredible epiphanies that give you the confidence to understand who you are and how you want to show up in the world. That's what this program offers. And here's a built-in bonus. Because the resident experts are only going to be in the group during the 7 live weeks, you have extra incentive and accountability to keep moving forward and to do the work. And can I just say, how amazing is this opportunity? I truly wish that it was available for me when I was going through my awkward teenager years of discovering my own brand. I am so beyond excited to facilitate this experience for you and your brand. And as soon as you sign up, you'll get instant access to the training videos and the content. So if you're an A student overachiever like me, you'll love the Head Start dive into the content. Enroll now, start learning seconds later. It is all waiting for you on the other side. And then come November 6th, we'll work through everything as a class in the student-only Facebook group. Fireworks will go off. It will be amazing. All right, here's what the inside of the program looks like. Here's what we cover. Weeks 1 is centered around the core of our brand. So we're talking personality, point of view, brand enemies. That's some secret sauce stuff there. And then credibility elements. We continue and finish up the core parts of our brand, the foundation, with brand fundamentals, tactical goals, ideal clients, and then the market research, different, not better. I love that Treva says this. She says, it gave me the proof to embrace who I am and to own it. She's a website designer and is an incredible Sage archetype brand. Okay, from there we go into the words. So we have the tone and voice, your tagline and bios, naming, and then stories and content. Really, really rich lessons here in this week. From there we go to the visuals. So mood board, fonts, colors, logo, patterns and shapes, and images. I just had to give an example. I mentioned Mara earlier. Here's just the incredible consistency and distinctive look that she created through this course for her visuals and her brand. I just love how everything comes together. And then last, again, not least, week 7 is all about visibility and implementation. So we talk about your presence online. There's a training about a branded website, on-brand website, visibility, and then your action plan. So this program, this group coaching program, is perfect for people who are ready to rebrand. So you've been in business for a while, but your outsides aren't matching your insides. You want to look and sound like the pro that you are. Or maybe you're just ready to launch with velocity. So if you're bringing a new business or product into the world, let's set it on the fast track to reaching your goals. Or maybe you're craving clarity and confidence, because those are the ultimate confidence builders, right? Clarity and certainty. We'll set the stage for you to do your greatest work. And if you're wondering if it'll work for your industry, let me just share a few of the types of businesses and industries that I've worked with my clients and students. Deep breath. It's a long list. Hang on. Real estate agents and financial advisors, doctors, counselors, and psychologists, business, life, parenting, and love coaches, and consultants, writers and authors, e-commerce stores and product-based businesses, MLM reps in oils, health, fitness, jewelry, makeup, and more, health and wellness professionals, consultants and strategists, software as a service companies, agencies and designers, shamans, witches, mediums, psychics, oracles, and more, and photographers. It's not an exclusive list. I just say that because no matter what industry you're in, as long as you're selling to other humans, which I don't think that excludes anyone, this work is so important because it aligns your brand with things that humans already want and need. And also a new opportunity this round is the advanced level. So we take everything that you get in core, which I'll share with you in just a minute, and you get a VIP experience. So you're getting one-on-one calls, premier like instant access, and professional brand identity design by my personal designer who I use with all of my one-on-one clients, and she is incredible. Here's some examples of some of our one-on-one client designs, just to give you a taste of what is possible. These are just, she's just incredible. Colleen, last time we launched, she actually won one of these brand designs. And this was the result. She's a hero brand, so has like a very strong visual aesthetic, which I love. Okay, here's everything that you get. You get lifetime and instant access to the program with the 20 training videos, 30 plus worksheets, transcripts, and resources, which is a $997 value. You get a brand book template in both Keynote and PowerPoint, depending on what operating system you're on, to create your very own brand book throughout this course. You get my brand implementation toolkit and resources, lifetime access to the student-only community, guidance, coaching, mentoring, and support from 6 accomplished brand experts during the 7 weeks that the program is live. Amazing. All to get the results from the brand that you want. Shirley says, in my 22 years of this journey in my career, I've never been this fully expressed. And I have bonuses. So you'll get your brand fluency archetype course. I have a course for each of the 12 brand archetypes that is like a secret toolkit for diving deeper into each of the types. So you'll get one of those. I sell it on my site for $297. You'll get 1 month of membership to the Demand Lab, which is my month-to-month membership. It'll be like your graduation present from Brand New Brand because it takes your foundation and then helps you put it to work. That's $197 value. And then you get one of my favorite and most powerful trainings I've ever done around metaphors and analogies to make your brand super unique and meaningful to people. So here is everything that I just listed, and the total value is $8,229. I'm not going to charge you $8,000. Transform your brand for only $997 or for 3 payments of $397. And just know, if you are an EU resident, VAT is added during the checkout. Amazing content and environment. Love that. So for our advanced students, you get everything that the core students get, which is instant lifetime access to the course and worksheets and resources, brand book template, resource list and tools, student community, the group coaching inside of the student group. But then you also get your professional brand identity design, which includes 3 logo options, alternate marks, colors, fonts, a social media cover image, and then 2 social media templates. So it's like all of the building blocks that you need to get started done by a exquisitely talented and amazing professional designer. $3,000 value. You'll get 3 30-minute calls with yours truly to guide your brand building one-on-one. And then you'll get 1 30-minute call with each of the 4 featured experts in their area of expertise, because they're amazing. Also, you'll get WhatsApp or Slack instant messaging access to me and Sarah and then we'll get back to you within 24 hours. So if you just need extra help, you need to clarify something, check in, something that you don't want to post in the group, you have access to us directly. And you get even more bonuses. So you get not just one, but 2 brand fluency archetype courses. So you can get your primary and your secondary archetype. 3 months of membership to the Demand Lab to make sure that you're maximizing your investment. And then 3 amazing resources. You'll get the personal brand portrait guide to help you schedule portraits that are going to elevate your brand. 10 hand-selected premium stock images, and then the Make It Real metaphor and analogies brand bonus that I mentioned a little bit earlier. So total value for this entire package is over $15,000. Crazy pants, $15,000. And you get all of it for $3,850, or you can even break it up into 3 payments if you prefer. I love Rob's testimonial because he talks about how everybody just kept telling him that he needed to work on his brand, but nobody could tell him exactly what to do. And I think that's so common. Well, Brand New Brand walks you through it all step by step by step. So you know exactly what to do. No more guessing. And it's done with you. No more do it yourself. This brand mentorship program is for you if you want to create a brand that speaks for itself. If you need to add some focus and direction to your business, if you want more clients who appreciate your value and your talent, if you believe in taking decisive action, if you want a signature style that people immediately recognize, and if you crave working with the perfect clients for your brand, or if you're ready to translate ideas into substance, or you want a step-by-step action plan. If any of these resonate, Brand New Brand is for you. Sherry's amazing. She took what she did in Brand New Brand and then sprinted with it. She has designed her website twice now in the course, and it's gotten better both times. She's put together challenges and online courses, and she just recently opened up her physical therapy practice in a brick and mortar location. She's absolutely a powerhouse. And you can try Brand New Brand risk-free. So if you complete the assignments from the first week and you don't think that the course is a good fit, just share your homework assignments with me by November 15th, and I'll return your investment to you and take you out of the group. I want you to be 100% happy with your decision. Trust your gut. You know when you're ready to play a bigger game. I would love to help you get there. When you go to brandtrifecta.com/enroll, here's what the order form is going to look like. And then after you order, you'll get instant access to the lessons. Amazing Elizabeth doubled or multiplied her revenue by over 260%, which is amazing. So much so, even though she has lifetime access to the course, she bought in again at the advanced level this time. I think it's a testament to how much value people find in this process. Are you ready to do your best work? If so, it's time for you to show up. I'm not trying to create some false scarcity, but the doors are closing at the end of the day on Thursday. So if you aren't in before then, you won't be in. Because we start on November 6th, and I have to do preparation with the students that do enroll. And as time goes on, I raise this price of the course over time because I'm constantly making additions and upgrades. But when you buy now, you get all of those upgrades, all of those additions, all of these live experiences that I run in the future. I do them twice a year because you're in the Brand New Brand family. You get lifetime access to everything Brand New Brand for the rest of both of our lives. Just head over to brandtrifecta.com/enroll for all of the details and to select your payment plan. Awesome. You're amazing. I cannot wait to welcome you on the other side. I cannot wait to see what you build, how you shape your brand, and how you show up in the world after going through this process. You're going to be so amazing. You already are amazing. I'm just going to help you bring it out so that everybody else understands how amazing that you are too. So again, the doors absolutely close at the end of day Thursday. So you have to get in before then or forever hold your peace. That wraps up the official part of this training. But I do have a question and answer prepared. I mean, as you can tell, this isn't recorded live. The internet here in Italy is really ridiculous. And there's no way for me to, unfortunately, do live webinars here without risking losing everybody in the middle of it. So I tried to read your mind and anticipate some of the questions that we get about brand new brands, the live program, so that you can make this decision with confidence. So you might be asking, what happens after I sign up? The answer to that is party. All right, seriously, this is what it looks like. So from this video training page, you'll need to click the button and go to brandtrifecta.com/enroll and select your course level. You can choose either between pay in full or the 3-pay. After the payment is processed, right on the order confirmation page, Teachable will grant you instant access to the course material. You'll get an email from me confirming your enrollment. And then once we're a little bit closer to the November 6th live class start date, you'll get more details from me. So button, select your course, select your payment plan, get instant access. Booyah. All right, so you might be asking or telling me, I am so busy, Kay. Will I have time to do this? And you are absolutely correct that this course and this process, this brand building process, takes time. I'll be the first to tell you that it's soul-searching, intensive work. It's a comprehensive process to build your brand with clarity and confidence. But here's the good news. Once you put in all of this work, all of your other decisions get easier. Time spent now will reap countless time-saving benefits down the road. So do you have a goal to sell more or to work less or maybe impact more people? Now is the perfect time to make the time and money investment that's going to give you that time to work on those audacious goals. Maybe you are saying, I don't know if I can afford this. And I want to encourage you to trust your gut. Like, you know when it's time to play a bigger game or to go to the next level. You know. And look at this as a decision, as an investment in your future clients. So how many new clients or customers would you need to book to return or to recoup your investment? And if your brand was where it needs to be, what could you be charging for your product or service? What are your possibilities in terms of sales growth and numbers? And a little tough love. Can you afford not to improve your brand? I can't guarantee that you'll do the work, but if you do, I know this works. By investing in this program, you're deciding to stop spinning your wheels and to get into action. Maybe you're saying, okay, I've purchased so many courses. Most of them don't work the way that I want them to. And I can relate to this. I'm not sure if I can count the number of courses that I joined when I first started my brand. Even now, I'm an online course enthusiast. But here's what I know sets Brand New Brand Live apart from the rest. You're joining a group mentorship program. This is not just another course. It's live group coaching with lessons, videos, support, and valuable feedback that you have access to for the rest of your life. So the live part is going to take place over the 7 weeks with all of the mentorship, feedback, support. And then you can return to all of the videos, training materials, and tools for the rest of forever. So you have access to the 6 experts to guide you through each week's lessons. You'll be joined by an amazing cohort of peers who are starting at the same time as you. And then we also have the graduates that are coming back for more because they have lifetime access too. Maybe you are saying, I haven't launched yet. I'm just starting my business. Will this work for me? Yes, Yes, in every language. Building your brand is the foundation of your business, and it's going to make launching easier. You'll have more clarity to be visible, to be loud, and to be yourself. All decisions get easier, and you magnetically attract your ideal clients to you so you can focus on your genius instead of chasing people down. Or maybe you already have a brand and you've been doing this for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you're wondering if it's going to work for you. Answer to that is even better. So you know the business like the back of your hand and you excel in your zone of genius. But you're probably here because something feels off or disconnected, or you've evolved in those 2, 3, 5 years. Now is the perfect time to revisit your branding to figure out how your personality, values, or ideal clients have changed or shifted, and to get your content, messaging, and brand back on track. Next question. I am not a designer. Will I be able to do this? Yes, you will excel. This is not a design course. Brand New Brand is about discovering your inner brand and letting your true personality shine through. You'll gain powerful tools to start basic do-it-yourself design work if you want, or you have all of the intel you need to work with a pro designer to create the brand identity of your dreams. The difference being you get a design that's based on your truth instead of on trends or on a particular designer's taste. And if you sign up for the advanced version of Brand New Brand, you get my amazing designer to create a gorgeous custom look for your brand. All of it based off of the brand foundation work and direction that you give to the designer. You also get 1 round of revisions to make sure that you 100% love it. Next question. When does Brand New Brand Live start and run? It runs from November 6th to December 22nd, and everything is recorded and or accessible in the Facebook group. So there's no need to worry if you miss 1 or 2 of the weeks because of prior commitments or holidays. You know, it's American Thanksgiving in that time period. I make the course accessible to every time zone. So no matter if you're in Australia, London, or Hawaii, you'll get the support that you need. Next question. How much time will this take? It is not meant to be a light experience. It's my end-to-end process to build your brand. I spent countless hours distilling my most impactful experience and advice into these lessons. If you sprinted through the content, you could probably get through it in like 30 minutes per working day for the 7 weeks. Some past clients, depending on where you are in your brand development, have recommended up to 10 hours per week to dedicate to doing this the right way. But that said, take your time. You have unlimited access to the course material. Just use the resources at your disposal during these next 7 weeks to get the most from your investment when the coaches are in the group. Next question. Do I need any special programs? Nope. You just need internet access to download the videos. And after that, you need a device to watch them on. You have access to your very own brand book template in PowerPoint or Keynote, depending on if you're on PC or Mac. And then for design portions of the program, I show you free tools that you can use to complete each assignment. Next question. If I enroll in advanced Brand New Brand, when will I get my designs? So I'm reserving 1 week blocks with my designer so she has her time to work her magic with each brand. So the first advanced student to enroll will get the first pick of when they want their design delivered. The second student will get second pick, and so on. All right, last question. I really want to do this. I just want to be sure, okay? And I get it. This is a big decision. And here is why it's a no-brainer. I'm teaching you a repeatable process that works, both for my personal brand and for hundreds of clients and students. You have lifetime access to the course material. You'll be joined by a supportive group of students, coaches, fellow ambitious entrepreneurs, particularly over the next 7 weeks, and whenever we run the course again live in the future. Whenever I have exciting course updates, like these brand new guest experts for this live round, you get access because you're in the Brand New Brand family. And it's a fabulous family. Not that I'm biased. Imagine how much time you'll save completing this process with guidance and help instead of trial and error, doing it yourself all alone. And the work that you do in this program will translate into everything else that you do in business. From creating your website, to getting visible on social media, to crafting your offers, introducing yourself at networking events, setting up landing pages, sales funnels, everything. This is high value, high leverage work. And I would be so excited and so honored to help facilitate this process for you and to bring your dream brand to life. Again, brandtrifecta.com/enroll. I will see you on the other side. last note. I was just about to sign off and I had a thought. So if you, for whatever reason, still have questions, if you're still on the fence, first of all, trust your intuition. Like I said before, you know when it's time. But if you truly have any questions that I can answer for you, I include my phone number on the sales page. So if you go to brandtrifecta.com/enroll, at the bottom of the frequently asked questions, I have my Italian phone number. You'll need to download WhatsApp, which is an application for your phone, since it's an international number, to get free text messages to me. But feel free to send me messages. Again, we close the doors for good for this round at the end of the day on Thursday. So you must take action before then. I won't be making any exceptions. That's a hard word to say right now. After all of these words are hard. But if you have questions, you can use that resource. Text me. Remember that I'm in Italy, so if you text me in the middle of the night, I will be sleeping. But especially if you do it in the morning to afternoon US time, I'll be able to get back with you to answer any specifics. Otherwise, this is smart. This is a smart, high leverage thing to do. And you have all of this guidance at your disposal. As long as you do the work, we will get you where you want to go. And I'd be so excited to help you do that. All right, signing off for real. Talk to you soon.